Welcome back, gamers. It is your bald and beautiful host, Aubrey, coming at you with another video. There was a little bit of game news this past week. A couple of games were announced that we really weren't expecting, as well as a tech demo for the most current PlayStation coming up. We're going to be going over a couple of those things today, and hopefully you kick around, give me a like, and give me a subscribe. And we will look at those right after this. Hold tight. Welcome back, guys. Once again, we are going to go over a couple of things that I really was surprised of this week. This week, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 were actually announced that the original ones from the PlayStation are being remade into the most current graphics by Tony Hawk himself. So if many of you were around during the early years of PlayStation and Dreamcast and had a chance to play the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater, it would really resonate with you a lot better than some of the more current people. You know, you have people who are more familiar with the game Skate and Skate 2 more than anything else, but they haven't had a really good skateboarding game in quite a long time other than those particular games. So with Tony Hawk announcing that they are actually going to be coming out with a brand new game, gamers and skateboard enthusiasts alike went crazy. So what we're going to do today, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the trailer. If you haven't seen it yet, I haven't fully seen it. I've seen a little bit of it, but I want to watch it with you guys so we can actually see how it looks together. Make sure you keep your screen clear, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at this video right now. Oh yeah, 4K. They are going to be bringing back the entire soundtrack of the original game. We're going for that 900. Alright, that was actually pretty awesome. I played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 in the early years when it was out. I didn't get fully into it like some people really did. I do have it for the PlayStation 1. I think or at least I have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 for the PlayStation 1 right now. But I also have Part 1, I believe, for the Dreamcast. I don't know if it was the exact same game. I don't think it was. It was beefed up a little bit for graphics, but we are not really talking too much of a difference in years. So, I mean, we're talking about 5 years, something like that. Maybe a difference, maybe less than that. So, keep your eyes out for that, guys. It's coming out in September 2020. Get your pre-orders so you can actually get that demo going on. All right, guys, next item on the agenda. Epic Games has released a trailer for the Unreal Engine 5 running on the PlayStation 5. I have not even looked at this trailer yet. I've just had a chance to skim a couple pictures of it, and that's really about it. So we're going to go ahead and watch the video together and kind of get reaction, I guess, from me during the actual video. Hopefully there's not too much talking at the beginning. Maybe there's a little bit. I don't know. Tech demos are always out there when it comes to the developers actually talking about their stuff. So let's take a look at that right now.
Hello, I'm Brian Karras, Technical Director of Graphics here at Epic Games.
Hi, I'm Jerome Plateau, Art Director of the Special Project.
A few years ago, we got together as a team and brainstormed where we thought we could push forward the state-of-the-art in real-time graphics. There were two key areas that stood out. The first, dynamic global illumination. Beautiful bounce lighting, instantaneously.
I don't have to be constrained to do a game where the world has to be static, and I'm able to iterate a lot faster.
And we call this new system Lumen. And we're about to show you what it is capable of. But first, there was another area that we thought we could push forward. Truly virtualized geometry. The artist wouldn't have to be concerned over poly counts, draw calls, or memory. We could directly use film quality assets and bring them straight into the engine.
And that's a big deal for artists. I just want to be able to import my ZBrush model, my photogrammetry scan, my CAD data without wasting any time optimizing, creating LODs, or even lowering the quality to make it hit frame rate.
In the end, that's what it's all about. Art that just works. And we call this new technology Nanite. Here is the future of Unreal Engine running live on a PlayStation 5.
Awesome, let's take a look at it.
Yes, let's take a look at it.
This has to be the right way.
Whoa. Holy crap.
Before we continue, let's stop a moment and take a look at some of the key features of this demo. Much of what you see was built with Quixel Megascan assets, but instead of using the game versions, we used the cinematic versions, which would typically only be used in film. There are around 1 million triangles each, and thanks to virtual texturing, they all use 8K textures as well. Nanite can render an insane number of triangles very quickly. There are over 1 billion triangles of source geometry in each frame that Nanite crunches down losslessly to around 20 million drawn triangles. What does that many triangles look like? This isn't noise. These are the triangles, each a different color. Most are so small that they look like noise. Nanite achieves detail down to the pixel, which means triangles are often the size of pixels.
That is insane.
This amount of geometric detail requires shadows to be pixel accurate as well, and Nanite can do that too. Speaking of lighting, all of the lighting in this demo is completely dynamic, with the power of Lumen that even includes multi-bounce global illumination. No light maps, no baking here. Without GI, all of that beautiful lighting is gone. With Lumen enabled, we can move the light and the bounce changes instantly. Okay, let's keep going. We've made some great additions to our audio system as well. Convolution reverb allows us to measure reverberation characteristics of real spaces, like actual caves that we sampled, and reproduce them in virtual spaces. Sound field rendering allows us to record and playback spatialized audio.
That looks awesome.
All of this adds up to a more immersive experience.
Alright, one thing that I'm really liking about this demo is that you can see all of the fine details in everything. Her hand touching the rocks, and you see things falling off of the side of the cliff as she's actually walking past it. You know, even her hair has little fine pieces of hair, so this is turning out to be pretty amazing. Let's see how water looks.
This swarm of bats was created with our Niagara effects system. Particles in Niagara can now talk to one another and understand their environment like never before. We've also added a ton of new functionality to run fluid simulations like you see in the water below.
Oh, One thing I always liked about Unreal is their water. It was always beautiful to see.
The demo runs on our Chaos physics system. Here we are using it to accurately simulate the rigid bodies of the falling rocks and the cloth of her scarf.
Imagine a Star Wars game with this engine. Oh my god. That's all I could say. It's like a really cool Tomb Raider look almost. That would make an amazing game with this particular engine.
Now that the environment is so complex, we've needed to greatly improve our animation systems to adapt. We've added predictive foot placement and motion warping, which dynamically modifies IK and body position to look more natural. For the character to more realistically interact with the environment, we've added the ability to trigger seamless contextual animation events, like her hand on the door.
Looks promising.
That looked nice.
Dynamic GI is amazing, not just for speeding up iteration, but also for its impact on gameplay.
Ooh.
Nice.
Any light
Looks-
source can move while
it
still
might
having
be.
beautiful bounce lighting. Dynamic illumination means specular as well, which you can see on all the metal surfaces. You can even see the Niagara-powered bugs reacting to the light. Lumen not only reacts to moving light sources, but also changes in geometry.
Jeez. Oh, that's better.
Remember we mentioned high poly assets? This statue was imported directly from ZBrush and is more than 33 million triangles.
Jeez.
No baking of normal maps, no authored LODs. And we can do more than a single statue. There are nearly 500 of that exact statue at the same detail level placed in this room, for a total of over 16 billion triangles from statues alone.
Wow.
Over this entire demo, there are hundreds of billions of triangles.
And it's fluid. I mean... If this is how the PS5 is going to look,
So with
this is
Mana,
gonna be
you have
amazing.
limitless geometry, and with Lumen, you have fully dynamic lighting and global illumination, all running on a PlayStation 5.
Terracotta Warriors, essentially. That is beautiful. The lighting, the shadows, the dust.
There's not much time left.
And this doesn't need to be constrained to small rooms. It can stretch all the way to the horizon.
The portal, it's open.
Look how far away it is.
Don't fail me now.
Dude.
It's time to see what's next.
Okay, so they have done something amazing with this engine. I've always loved how everything looked in the Unreal Engine, but this one has really come through in leaps and bounds. So if they can integrate this engine for the new Unreal Engine into multiple different kinds of games out there. Oh my God. Just imagine what you're able to see. Imagine a God of War with the Unreal Engine 5, with how all the lighting is going to look, with the attacks, the shadows, and just the feel of the games. My God, that's all I really can say. I mean, I'm pretty speechless when it comes to this particular engine. So, hopefully you really liked the video, you liked the reactions. If you do like it, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and we will see you in the next video, guys. And until then, game on.